everyone, welcome back to Bramble.com. I'm Kim and today we are making a breakfast classic, French toast. But we're going to give it a little fall twist with a delicious topping that is going to have some maple syrup, some walnuts or pecans, some apple, some cinnamon. It's going to be so delicious for those cold fall or winter mornings, or any time of year if you want to make it any time of year. The first step in preparing our French toast is to prepare our egg replacer, and today we're using ground flax seeds. So ground flax seeds are the perfect egg substitute for something like French toast. When you combine them with warm water, they form this kind of gel that has this gooey consistency, exactly like egg whites. So this really performs that binding action that we want with the French toast so that all that batter sticks to our bread. The substitute for 1 egg, which is what we're going to use today, is 1 tablespoon of ground flax seeds and 3 tablespoons of warm water. This is kind of the ratio you always want to look for. So we're gonna add our flax seeds in, and we're gonna whisk that, and we're gonna let it sit while we prepare the rest of our batter, and you're gonna see what this turns into after just a few minutes. The first ingredient we need is, of course, some plant-based milk. We are going to use soy milk today, but you can use your favorite. You can use almond milk, oat milk, rice milk, any kind of non-dairy milk that you like. And the next ingredient is some flour. This is all-purpose flour, unbleached if possible. And this is also going to act as a binder as well as our flaxseed mixture, which we just did. So this is going to be great as a binder and also to thicken our batter a little bit. Let's whisk that together slightly. Don't worry, we're gonna do some more whisking in a second. We're gonna add a little bit of cinnamon just for a nice holiday kick. We're gonna add more cinnamon in the topping too. And the main ingredient in French toast, this is a must, vanilla extract. One thing you always want to do, even if you're making a sweet dish or dessert, you need some sea salts. Sea salt actually not only works as kind of to give that savory addition to dishes, but it really pops the flavor out of anything else that you're adding. So sea salt is always a must, whether you're cooking savory or sweet. So once that's nicely combined, let's check to see how our flax seeds are doing, and we're gonna incorporate them here. As you can see, this has formed into a very nice gel-like consistency. It's goopy, exactly like eggs or egg whites. So we're gonna add that in. And we're gonna whisk everything together. So we're also gonna let it rest a little bit more while we prepare our topping. So we're gonna chop an apple and get everything going on a skillet. Let's give our apple a chop. What I like to do is cut what I call the cheeks of the apple, and then we're gonna chop that up. What we want are some little cubes, kind of like this size. Bring a pan to the stove and you're gonna heat it at medium-high heat, and we're gonna add a little bit of non-dairy butter. You're gonna let that melt, and we're gonna immediately add in our apples. You want to saute the apples until they are a little bit more tender and they've kind of picked up some color, and then we're gonna add some more ingredients. As you can see, our apples have turned a little bit of a darker color. They're a little more yellow, and we have some browned bits and pieces here and there. And the smell, you wouldn't believe it. It's just incredible. It smells like fall. It's so delicious. So now we're gonna go ahead and add some cinnamon. Combine that together, make sure it all has a little bit of cinnamon. And we're gonna add some maple syrup. That's gonna make it nice and caramelized. Next, we're gonna add a little bit of water just to completely cook those apples. And now we're gonna add some chopped walnuts or some chopped pecans, whatever you have in the house. We're gonna reserve some for topping our French toast when they're ready and having that crispy texture too. So just add almost all of them, but leave some for the topping. Make sure everything is nicely coated. Our beautiful, beautiful batter has become a lot creamier because of those flax seeds and the flour and the fact that we let it rest for a little bit. So look at how creamy that is now. That is the perfect consistency for a French toast batter. It's thinner than a pancake batter, but thicker than milk. If you've seen any of our pancake recipes before, you know that I am absolutely in love with my griddle. Griddles are perfect utensils or kitchen gadgets to help you cook a large batch of pancakes or French toast and have all of them ready at the same time. So this is my favorite tool, but of course if you do not have a griddle, just use a non-stick skillet and you'll be fine. You'll just have to do it in more batches. We are placing our griddle on a medium-high heat, more towards high, and we're gonna add a little bit of high heat oil. So this can be canola, safflower, sunflower, and you only want a little drizzle, just enough to coat the pan, and we're gonna use a paper towel to kind of spread it into an even layer. You do not want a lot of oil for this because it's going to create a tough exterior in your pancakes or your French toast. You have your bread here, and all you have to do is place it inside that bowl with the batter on both sides. Make sure it's well coated. You can leave it in there for a couple of seconds to let it absorb. And you'll feel it. You'll feel when that becomes squishy in the middle, and then you want to take the excess off as much as you can. And we're going to place it on our griddle or pan. Let's do it with the remaining toast, and then we're going to lower the heat of our griddle. Let's check and see. I think these are done on the first side. So you really just want to take a peek, and you want to take your spatula and carefully flip them. As you can see, they're turning nice and golden brown. At least the first ones we added are ready on the first side. Look at that beautiful color. We've added our topping on top of our beautiful French toast here. This was warm because we covered them, but you can also heat them up at low heat if you want to. And they look beautiful, they smell delicious. All we need to do now is add a little more of those chopped walnuts on top for a crunch and some more maple syrup, of course. Thank you so much for cooking with us today at bramble.com. I hope you make these beautiful French toasts. Don't forget to show us your pictures on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. Use the hashtag Bramble, and I'll see you again really soon. Bye.